We're mobile. Take Fox Sports 1350 with you using iHeartRadio. It's the IE's home for sports. KPWK AM 1350, Riverside, San Bernardino, an iHeartRadio station.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Yes, we are back in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios. IE Sportsnet brought to you by the good folks at ThinkWise Credit Union, live on Fox Sports Radio, AM 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here. We're also streaming it at FoxSports1350.com, FoxSports1350.com, the iHeartRadio app, and every Sunday morning, 4:30 a.m., you can see us on Fox Sports West, calling in on the ThinkWise Credit Union Celebrity Hotline to give us the fans' perspective. You know, Eternal, maybe we should call this the Citrus Motors Ontario fans' perspective, because my good friend calls in and he always gives us the perspective from the fan side, which we love to get. Matt Landfield, he's the director of used car sales over at Citrus Motors Kia and Citrus Motors Ford, located in the beautiful Ontario Auto Center. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Eddie and Brian. Always a pleasure to talk to you guys.
Yes, indeed. Now, real quick, but because I know Brian did his best introduction, but I want to make sure that you properly introduce yourself and then let everybody know what you do over at Citrus Motors.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm in charge of the used car department. I basically buy the cars, merchandise the cars, price the cars, and make sure they're ready to go. Coordinate with the reconditioning and make sure the cars are up to snuff and certified. And, make sure that everybody's going to get a good deal on a great car.
There it is right there. And again, that's very important. Again, Matt Landfield, really appreciate you calling in today. Obviously, like I said, Coach B and I, we were Laker fans. I don't know if he told you about this. Then we got this check in the mail. This check in the mail was made out by the LA Clippers, and we've never received a check from the Lakers before. So all of a sudden, we were transferred. But I know that you are a fan of, huge fan of the Lakers. The Lakers are doing well now, tied for first with the Clippers. What is your feeling about the Lakers this year? I know, like I said, they've obviously lost some key pieces, but they're especially from the title run, they lost Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, Rondo. But again, they're undefeated on the road. What are your thoughts about how they're performing right now?
You know what? I'm not too sure that they're worse off for wear after being a championship team. I think a lot of the key pieces that they've picked up have more than compensated for their losses. And I see, people like Schroeder and some of the other people they've picked up making huge contributions. And
right.
I'm not necessarily not a Clippers fan. I love all LA sports, but the Lakers are first and foremost in my heart.
No, and we before that check came in the mail, Matt, I was right there with you, man. I tell you that. I mean, I was, my father, God rest his soul, he would not know what to do with me right now, but he'd be like, boy, go get that check. But again, the Lakers, they have one of the better records right behind the Clippers. But again, do you think this may be the year that we'll have that showdown, that LA showdown, right there in the Staples Centers where they both share some of the same lockers? But do you think this may be the year we'll see that showdown?
Well, I sure hope so. That would be awesome for LA sports and the fans in general. And I think they are two of the better teams in the league. So hopefully that does work out. I don't know who I would pull for if it did, but it would be an interesting game, and I'd love to watch it.
Absolutely. Now, I'll tell you right now, LeBron James, he's 36 years old. He began his career in the NBA in 2003. It's amazing. I remember LeBron James being a junior in high school. Now he has a son that is about to graduate high school, married his high school sweetheart. Have nothing bad to say about that guy. He has his own charter school back in Cleveland. But he's been in the league 17 years. And I've been told this all the time. There is no defeating Father Time. Is LeBron James the unicorn? Is he the guy that's going to defeat Father Time?
Well, he's made it fairly well known that he would love to play in the NBA with his son, and I don't think that's necessarily out of the question. His training regimen, his diet, and stuff puts him head and shoulders above most people in any profession. This guy is totally committed to his craft, and he's utmost professional when it comes to training, diet, and exercise. And I think he could play till he's 40, and hopefully he does get a chance to play against his son or with his son. I think that would be huge for the league and awesome to see.
I agree. Now let's talk about the real basketball. Now let's talk about Paul George. He's on his revenge tour. Yeah, he was a former MVP contender. He's averaging 25.3 points, 6.1 rebounds, and 5.2 assists per game, while connecting on 51.5% of his shots from behind the three-point arc. Is this Paul George MVP year? Is this his year? Not MVP, but NBA Finals MVP year. Is this Paul George's year?
I think he's definitely in the conversation, and it's interesting you bring him up. We all know that he struggled last year, and I read an article about him being in the bubble and how it affected him mentally. And I think that's huge for people to realize that these guys were playing without seeing their friends or families, and they're all cooped up and didn't have, a way to really get out and do anything. And just him opening up to the fact that depression did affect him is huge, and I think that needs to be addressed also. But, yeah, he is definitely in the conversation for MVP. I can't imagine too many other people that would be above what he does offensively and defensively.
Absolutely.
And again, we're live right here on Fox Sports Radio. Special guest calling in on the ThinkWise Celebrity Be Heard hotline. Now, real quick, I got to ask you this. We would be remiss if we didn't say this. Yesterday was the, I don't know what you call it. It was like the annual recognition of when Kobe Bryant scored 81 points. And now, do you remember that game? And what do you recall from that momentous time when Kobe scored 81 points?
Oh, absolutely. I believe it was against Toronto, and
yes,
I was pulling for him all the way. I wanted to see him get to 100. Unfortunately, he didn't have a chance to. But, 81 points, I've seen games where the whole team doesn't even score 81 points.
Right,
he was on fire.
My whole
there was
career,
no
I didn't score a point.
That guy that day.
My whole career, Matt, I didn't score a single point. So,
But no, Matt, and again, real quick before we wrap up here, no, we got the big game, the Battle of the Bays happening tomorrow. You got Tom Brady. We call him Turtleneck Tommy over here. And then you got him playing against Aaron Rodgers. Who do you got? What's your take, and what do you think is going to happen tomorrow for the big game?
Oh, the big game. So the Battle of the Bays. You know what? I have a lot of friends, and I mean a lot of friends that are Packer fans, and I'm not necessarily one of them. I'm not necessarily a Tampa Bay fan either, but I think it would be awesome for Tom Brady to go out with another championship with another team, and who knows if he retires or not. But
right.
I would really like to see the Bucs upset the Packers, absolutely. Especially after what they did to my Rams.
Absolutely. Well, we thank you so much for calling in and giving us the fan perspective. This is my buddy Matt Landfield, Director of Used Car Sales over at Citrus Motors. Remember, everybody out there, whatever your automotive needs may be, Citrus Motors Kias and Citrus Motors Fords Ontario is here to serve you. Located at 1350 South Woodruff Way in Ontario, California, in the Ontario Auto Center. They're a quick drive from the surrounding Riverside, Corona, Chino, and Fontana area. Come check them out today. Visit them on the web at citrusmotors.com. That's citrusmotors.com. We have to let you know, put it in there, Matt. Any deals, because our fans want to know. Any deals you got for us?
Any deals?
Oh, we've always got a ton of good stuff going on at Citrus Motors. I know we got the little Bronco that just came out that's really creating a lot of buzz, and we've been selling a lot of those. And,
nice.
The used cars, I've always got a bunch of stuff in stock and ready to go. They're all certified. Our salespeople work on hourly wages and not commission, so it's no pressure, no hassle, no haggle. Just come on down, pick one out you like, and I guarantee you're not going to find a better price anywhere in the IE for that matter, Southern California. Hey, Brian, Eddie, I really appreciate the time you afford to not only myself but the dealership. We hope you have a great show, and hopefully we can do this again soon.
Absolutely.
Thanks again, and I really appreciate it.
Like we said, this needs to be the Citrus Motors fans' perspective.
But yeah, man, thank you so much, man. Enjoy your weekend. We'll be talking to you soon, okay?
Yeah, sounds good. Enjoy your weekend, too.
There it
Thanks
is.
again, Brian.
Absolutely.
Right there.
Thank you. And, I can say that because, we don't get behind products that we don't stand behind.
No.
Like I said, my wife has the Optima. My daughter has the 4-door Kia. My son has the 2-door Kia Forte. My son and daughter both have the Forte. And we only take it to Citrus Motors to do their service.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing. I've gone to other dealerships. They never pressured me.
Yeah.
They said, hey, this is what we recommend.
Right.
If you want to get it done, get it done. Like he said, and when he said that their sales reps are not on commission,
Yeah.
I was like,
right.
what?
Right.
So, so that's
And,
Citrus
well,
Motors Kia.
and it's funny because, and real quick, I mean, for the people that don't know, Brian, tell them why that's important about the commission versus hourly. Why that?
So when someone's trying to make commission, what they're basically trying to do is run up the price so they can make more money.
Right.
So when someone is getting an hourly wage, so regardless of how much they sell a car for, they're going to get their standard amount. So when someone's getting commission, they're going to try to run up the price. And we've seen it. I mean, no disrespect to any of the dealership, but we've all dealt with it, and we did it. So if you don't want to deal with that, like he said, like Matt said, if you want to deal with the commission reps, make sure you go to citrusmotors.com. And this is Coach B and Turner on Fox Sports 1350.
You are tuned into the new home for IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. with Coach B.
Andy Turner. When it comes to Inland Empire sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio 1350 a.m. IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning, 8 a.m.